Mohgwyn's Sacred Spear is so good that it borders on game breaking. At RL 150, no spells, and just good talismans, the weapon of the Mohgwyn dynasty rolls over the game so easily, you barely need to play it. This is all done with a crazy Ash of War, and all-around high blood loss buildup of the weapon. Everyone playing the game for the time being is going to have access to this weapon, as defeating Mohg is the requirement for it. Him being a gatekeeper to the DLC means we'll all be able to bring it along with us into the shadow of the Erd Tree. Just bring the remembrance he drops to Enya, and you'll secure yourself the Sacred Spear. The moveset of this weapon is nothing out of the ordinary for the Great Spear weapon class. Luckily, being ordinary in this case is not a bad thing. Great Spears have great range with their poking R1s, they deal massive damage with their multi-hit running R2s, and that fully charged R2 attack is great at depleting the poise of your enemy. The moveset is wonderful overall, but I do wish we had a different running R2. I love the multi-hit charge, but Mohg has a move where he does an overhead slam that does insane amounts of damage. I've been in love with overhead slam attacks ever since I used the Zweihander in Dark Souls 1, and would have loved to see it on this weapon moveset. As fun as the moveset is, you don't use this thing for the moveset. Blood Boon Ritual is our Ash of War of the week. Putting Mohg's famous Nihil move in the hands of the player is a fast and easy way of totally breaking the game. Starting the Ash has you thrust the spear into the air, generating a massive AoE around the player. This AoE deals multiple ticks of damage and crazy blood loss buildup to anything caught inside. You can do 2 additional follow-ups to that first Ash of War activation. The third consecutive activation of the Ash of War will be much longer than the first 2, dealing even more poise damage, blood loss, and overall damage to your target. Blood Boon Ritual works on bosses and trash mobs alike, making it a great fit for any situation. There are a few bosses that are immune to bleed, but this is not a problem. For a few seconds after the Ash, Mohgwyn's Sacred Spear has Blood Flame covering the pointy end. This adds even more blood loss and extra fire damage. Luckily for us, this spear already deals fire damage, so we can boost that added and inherent fire damage with our Wondrous Physique. With just the Blood Flame and the Wondrous Physique, we can get a really nice 972 AR. This is without any incantations. If we were to level Faith and throw on Golden Vow and Flame Grant Me Strength, our damage would begin to cross over into the realm of the absurd. For me, nearly 1000 attack rating and an uber powerful Ash of War is enough for a great build for me, but feel free to take this setup even further yourself. Before we jump into the stats of the build, do subscribe and join the Jersey Side if you enjoy the videos. My goal is to hit 2,500 subs by the end of the year. As previously mentioned, our Wondrous Physique will help us greatly. Slap on that Flame Shroud and Cracked Tier for an extra 20% damage to our already ludicrous fire damage. I did change my second tier around a bit throughout the playthrough, and there are multiple great options. I really liked using the Spiked Cracked Tier to get even more power out of that Great Spear charged heavy attack. For talismans, I had, of course, the Shard of Alexander to pump even more damage out of Blood Boon Ritual, Lord of Blood's Exaltation, since we will be inflicting blood loss a lot, Green Turtle Talisman for extra stamina regen, and the good old Dragon Crest Great Shield for that sweet physical damage negation. For our stats, we had 60 Vigor, 15 Mind, which may seem low for an Ash that costs 20 FP, but it ends fights so quickly, we don't need that much FP altogether. 35 Endurance to Light Roll, 36 Strength, since this weapon AR scales off it, 15 Dexterity, and 51 Arcane for more attack rating and Ash of War damage. Mohgwyn's Sacred Spear is so powerful that you might forget you're playing a From Software game. The moveset and the Ash of War easily secure it among the greatest weapons in Elden Ring, if not the whole series. I hope everyone watching this is enjoying their first playthrough of the DLC, as it drops the day that this is being uploaded. I look forward to many more builds in the future with all the great new content we're getting in this wonderful game. Now, I understand this has nothing to do with Elden Ring, but New Jersey is the Garden State. I just got my first 2 pumpkins of the year and would love ideas for their names in the comment section below or in the Discord, linked in the description.